And by taking this decision, I lost 99% of my customers.
Wow. Hello everyone and welcome back to Conversations on Compassion. I'm your host Jade.
I'm Aaron.
And today we're delighted to be joined by Alexis Gauthier, a Michelin-starred chef, vegan restaurateur and animal rights activist. Alexis's decision to transition his French fine dining restaurant to a fully plant-based menu sent shockwaves through the culinary world, and he is now one of the most outspoken voices in luxury plant-based dining. Welcome to Conversations on Compassion, Alexis. Thank you for joining us.
Thank you very much for inviting me.
So we'd love to start by talking about your personal and professional journey to veganism.
Sure.
You had a Michelin-starred restaurant, you had it all. What made you risk it to go vegan?
Well, that's a very good question, but that's the one that I'm being asked very often. Yes, I could have carried on and just continue doing what I was doing. I come from obviously France, where there is a very strong past about gastronomy, where animals are totally part of the ingredient list. And being taught the French gastronomy, I was never taught about, obviously animal consciousness or the fact that animals are perhaps not there for us. But anyway, I opened my first restaurant in London in 1998 and had a Michelin star in 2000. And then I moved to Soho in 2010, a Michelin star again, and it was going very well. And I wasn't wondering anything about anything other than making sure that my business was doing very well. And then one day I had outside of my restaurant a few people asking me to drop foie gras, because obviously foie gras, which is a horrible ingredient, is completely part of the traditional French gastronomy repertoire. And they will come, those people outside of my restaurant, religiously every Tuesday. I started with 2 persons, with just shouting outside, "Please, Gauthier, drop foie gras." And after a few weeks, we had hundreds.
Wow.
With police cars coming at the end of the road, and so it was getting serious,
Yeah.
and I couldn't just ignore it. So I went to meet them, and I spoke with them, and they presented everything to me. And I went back into my restaurant, and my employees said, "Oh, okay. So are they going to leave now? And have you convinced them that we need?" And I said, "Yes, they are going to leave now. But the reason they are going to leave is because from today we are not going to use foie gras anymore." So that was the first step.
Wow.
Stopping foie gras in a traditional French restaurant where people will come just for that. But that was the first decision, because obviously those people I spoke to managed to convince me that obviously the force feeding of duck and geese is atrocious.
And
I
was.
was.
Remember what they said to you to kind of? Was it just
I remember
explain?
what I remember is the pictures. The pictures, not the picture I had in my head about force feeding, because for some reason I had a vision in my head of happy ducks and goose opening their mouth and just asking for more food. But the reality is not that at all. And they presented me with the reality, and they made a lot of sense. So I said, yes, of course. And it was 2012. 2012. And I said, yes, you're right. We are going to stop. So we stopped foie gras. And then I started to think, because in fact, they had planted a grain in my head. And I started to think about, maybe me as a chef and my relationship with animals in general, because, they were not just ingredients, behind a rack of lamb or a filet of beef. Before that, there was someone, but and now I want to, I feel so bad about it, but that was the past, I can't. Anyway, and so I found out that this a French writer had just released a book called Antispéciste, and I by accident I picked up the book, and I started to read it. And when I finished the book, I said, "That's it. I cannot, from this moment, eat another piece of animal. Impossible, impossible. And I cannot obviously carry on profiting from the torment, from the torture, and from the death of animals who do not want to end up in a plate in my restaurant, and me profiting from it. So that was really the start of this journey, and this journey. The only thing I regret is that I did not switch before, but I was just I don't know. I wasn't aware, and that's why now I want to talk to people. I want to talk to fellow chefs. I want to talk to as many people as possible, because it's never too late to switch, and you need to have the informations and you switch.
I love that. I guess that's a lot of what you do with your social media now, is just kind of paying that forward and doing that education and just showing people the facts so they can make their own decisions.
Yes, I try to be the voice that I had not heard when I was a chef, looking around in my industry and trying to understand what was happening. More importantly, what the future is going to be. And I want to be in the driving seat of the thinking of the future chefs generation, where it's just not, when you are a chef, you are just not someone who cook to feed and to make money. You have duties, responsibilities. One of them is to use your intelligence and your humanity to apply that when you are performing. And one of that is not inflicting death to someone who is not prepared to die for you. That's as simple as that. And we do it on our social media. We are not scared to speak. We write it on the menu. We talk to our guests. We do as much as we can, because there is no time to waste. We want to save. We want this to stop now, and it's not stopping. So we need to carry on. I need to speak up, and as a chef, I know how far I can go, and there is nothing that's going to stop me.
I love that.
Thank you.
I think that's probably really inspiring for any activists listening, because you always wonder, is it like making a difference? Like, we both do stuff on social media, but people that go and talk to people on the streets or do protests. And I think, the people that kind of inspired you, the ripple effect.
Absolutely.
Just those first two people protesting.
And I regret not having taken their name, because they probably know who they are.
Yeah, they've had a huge impact.
Yeah, I know one of them the day before was in Finsbury Park campaigning outside a circus.
Wow.
I remember that. I don't know why that's...
Well, if they're watching this, reach out.
Yeah, no, exactly. That I remember very well. And I said, Finsbury Park, circus. Yes, of course, never thought about that.
Yeah.
Circus too abuse animals.
Yeah, so many ways.
Yes, I know. It's awful.
Amazing.
How did the public and other chefs react when you announced your restaurant was going vegan?
Well, the public, I'm not sure. I know my customers, because I had to inform them. And obviously, when you have had a restaurant for 15 years and welcoming regular guests in your restaurant for birthday, wedding anniversary, and blah, 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 they found it very strange, because their reaction was, why will you destroy a beautiful business like the one you have? Why will you take the risk? I know that was the question I was very often asked. And I said, well, don't worry, because the restaurant is still going to be my restaurant. The name is not changing above the doors. It's still me in the kitchen. It's still me doing my cuisine. The only thing is I have decided to remove one kind of ingredients. And it's a very important one in the French gastronomy, the animals. But the challenge then was to convince my original customers that it was going to be as good. And by taking this decision, I lost 99% of my customers.
Wow.
If not, so thousands of customers who had been following me since 1998 or 1999, from my previous restaurant, Roussillon, to Gauthier and will come religiously, once a month, or I don't know, once a season. Suddenly, they decided not to come back. Some of them were very polite. I remember saying, well, good luck to you, but that's not for us. We will go somewhere else. Some were really strong and saying, how can you? we've done so much for you, which is true. They had been using my restaurant and visiting us and paying their bills, and so that provided money to pay salaries and and everything. And what I was surprised is, if I feel that now, why don't you?
Yeah.
And maybe if you don't know about animal consciousness, perhaps it's an opportunity for you to think about it and to wonder why I'm doing what I'm doing. But maybe it was a bit too early. I don't know. So we lost most of our customers, and it was really stressful. It was a very stressful time for us. It was a very for me as a chef, but also as a as a restaurateur with a lot of employees. Some of them, of course, they had mortgage to pay, and they had kids to take to holidays, and some of them said, "Are you sure you want to do that?" And I said, "Yeah, we're going to do that. No, we can't do any other way." So we started to transform the entire restaurant in a plant-based restaurant, and I decided to be vocal about what we were doing. And I lost 99% of my customers, but I found tens of thousands of new customers who, at the same time as I was realizing that animal cannot carry on being on menus, well, I wasn't the only one. There was thousands of people out there who were feeling the same. And those people, they replaced the old one. And actually, we demultiplied the number of customers. And that's what I always say to chefs I talk to. And when they ask me, "Oh my gosh, isn't it risky to do that?" And I said, not at all. Not at all. Because times are changing, and you need to change with your time. Yeah. And the more you wait, the more someone else is going to take your position. And then, so it's vital that you start looking at the future and trying to understand clearly what it's going to be like. And
I think people are a little bit more open-minded now as well. We have friends that like to just go out to lots of fancy Michelin restaurants, and they're not vegan at all, but I told them about yours and they were like, "Oh, that sounds cool, let's try it." And I think maybe that's a shift that probably veganism wasn't really known about as much when you first went vegan, and now I think people are a lot more open to it. Have you found that?
Yes, a French vegan gastronomy is a novelty, because a French gastronomy is not a novelty. And it's also what I'm trying to convince chefs to move and to use their creative skills and to put it into the world of veganism. I always tell them this is the future. It's a way to let the French gastronomy survive, because you're not going to survive on recipes that have been written 100 years ago. That's over. You need to look at the future whether you like it or not. And veganism is really the future. Because I always tell my chef, we are probably the last generation of chefs who, despite knowing about animal consciousness and the horrible things we inflict to animals, we still decide to carry on the old way. We are the last generation, because the next generation of chefs, for them, it's going to be totally natural to use their creative skills and to create some amazing plant-based dishes, without thinking that, oh my gosh, maybe guests are going to ask for a piece of chicken on this dish or scallops. No. The future is clearly plant-based, and not switching now is actually a danger for your business, as far as I'm concerned.
You must have had people eat at your restaurants that maybe didn't know it was vegan, and then maybe didn't even notice because the food is so good.
Yes, well, yeah, that's true. It's usually guests of vegan. So a vegan will say, hold on, I'm going to take you to a restaurant. you're gonna love it. And then they have the meal. And this is the thing with vegan gastronomy, is when it's good, you're not missing out on anything. It's not like you're saying, "Oh yeah, I would have loved to have a piece." No, because a beautiful vegan creation is very rounded creation. It's got everything. We think about the texture, obviously the flavor, but the combination of flavors, and also the texture, and also the look of it. And when it's a successful dish, you never need a piece of animal. And if you are not vegan and you have those kind of dishes, you think, yes, this is beautiful. So yes, it does happen. And when people write to us and say, oh my gosh, I didn't realize you were plant-based. If I had known, I would not have come. But when I left, I said, this was one of the best meal I've ever had in my life.
Yeah.
Amazing.
And that's for us, it's mission accomplished, because we know every person we convince will go and say, well, actually, you know what? Perhaps if food was that good, I could easily be vegan. And that's why chefs have such an important part to play, because we're not going to convince the world to shift from animal to plant-based if the plant-based food is not delicious as the animals. It has to be. That's why chefs, they have to use their creative skill to create some impossible to resist dishes that that make people forget about animals.
We talk about that a lot. It's really frustrating when you go somewhere and there's such low effort put into the vegan option, and then people will say, oh, I couldn't be vegan because I couldn't eat that, and it's like, we don't want to eat that either.
Yeah, absolutely.
Yeah.
Like falafel.
Like, yeah, but it's just a falafel. But we went, one of our friends had her hen party at Studio Gauthier.
Oh, yes.
The unlimited sushi.
Oh, yeah. That's amazing.
And I think there was only, 4 or 5 of us who were actually vegan, and everyone else wasn't. And it just wasn't even a thing. Like, no one mentioned
absolutely.
it. Everyone just loved the food. It was good food. It's
mission accomplished.
Yes, exactly.
I know. You said, you had this vegan sushi. No, I've never had. Yes, you did. You were with us, and you had. It was. Yes, it was. You just loved it as much. So that's why chefs are so important. We have to create this future, and it's not impossible. It's actually so exciting. It
is, definitely.
Yeah.
As I think we've touched on this already, but when you think of French dining, it's often synonymous with animals and animal products, and particularly the ones that are most cruel, like foie gras and caviar as well.
Yes, absolutely.
Can you explain to the audience why those ingredients are not only cruel but also unnecessary?
Well, they are cruel and unnecessary because obviously I don't know anyone who cannot live, cannot sustain a normal life by not having foie gras or caviar. This is two things that you can actually live easily without. That's a myth, actually, when we start thinking that French gastronomy is rooted in animal. No, French gastronomy is rooted in locality, what they call it le terroir. Le terroir is what makes France France. The pride of France is their terroir. And the terroir is the region of France, and the terroir is, in terroir there is the word terre, and terre means the soil. And yes, the animal that feed themselves with what they eat from le terroir tastes like the terroir. But there is a much easier and direct approach to get the flavor of the terroir, is to go directly to get inspired by the flavor of the earth, the French earth, which is the terroir. I'll give you an example. Is in south of France, we, there is traditional dish around lamb, and the lamb eat the local dry herbs, so like rosemary and thyme. And yes, of course, the meat of the lamb is going to be flavored with those flavors, but not as strong as if you eat the rosemary and the thyme from Provence directly from the ground. So it's quite easy actually to remove the animals and to just say the real terroir is there. And that's the French gastronomy. It's the same for the sea. They like to have fishes that goes around the coast of Brittany. Why? Because those fish feed themselves with seaweeds that are particular to this part of the world. And so by doing creations directly with the seaweed rather than having the fish, you get such an explosion of flavor, of the terroir flavors, so much more profound than if you use the animals that it actually just flavored itself with the local herbs or seaweeds. So the French gastronomy, when you look at it, it's the terroir, it's not the animals. And we can create French gastronomy for the future using the flavor of the terroir, remove the animals without any problem. And that's really what I tell chefs when I write or when I speak about it. This is what I say, and and it makes a lot of sense. A lot of people say, "Oh yeah, actually, you're right. You're absolutely right."
We've spoken about that with like getting omega, for example. People say, "Oh, I have to eat fish to get omega," and it's like fish get it from seaweed. So
Exactly.
just eat the seaweed.
Yeah, absolutely. I mean, it's just as simple as that.
Yeah.
And actually, when we do, because the French gastronomy is very much based around broth and sauce and everything. And when I was thinking about creating French gastronomy plant-based, I was thinking, oh my gosh, I'm never going to be able to reproduce the delicious broth or sauce without the animals. But let's say for the fish sauce, what we used to call in the French gastronomy fish sauce, it's actually not the fish sauce, it's the flavor of the sea in a sauce. And by using a combination of, well-chosen seaweed, different kind, and cooking that in a traditional French way with dry French wine, with carrots, onions, blah, 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 you actually get a sauce or flavor of the sea which is so much more pronounced than if you had used the bone of a fish. So here we are.
Yeah.
This is
common sense.
Yeah, exactly. So actually we haven't thought about that. Well, why did we use fish bones to do something we could do with seaweed? If we really wanted to recreate the flavor of the sea. And actually, when I remember when I used to eat a fish sauce made with fish bones, it will taste fishy. When I eat now our sea sauce, when I smell it, it's like if I was walking on a beach somewhere in Brittany, and I've got the wind hitting me, and I've got the flavor of the sea, of the seaweed, it's so much more rounded, complex, full. It's full-bodied.
What is your favorite dish that you've ever created? Because you've obviously had some really cool things like a vegan foie gras, caviar. Is there a favorite thing that stands out?
Well, I think our the one we are most proud of is our vegan foie gras. The first one we did. Obviously, we have changed our recipe since we have this. Currently, we do the foie gras 2.0. It's a bit more complicated. Yeah. But the first one we did with walnut and lentils and cognac and soya sauce, and we had when we developed this pâté. We were proud of it because immediately we said, this is the real stuff. And we did a video with Bosch, and we tried this recipe with them, and the video went out, and overnight we had 5 million views.
Wow.
So if I was worried about some sort of demand out there, whether there was some people interested in that, I mean, yes, there was. This is what the first, and this was a bit of that really pushed me into really believing that there was a future for that, and perhaps the risks were not as high as I thought they were, because just like me, just like you, probably, a lot of people were feeling the same at the same time, and they thought, wow, actually a bit of a French luxury plant-based is maybe good.
Yeah, definitely. Yeah. I think I used to travel to France quite a lot when I was younger, and I just got used to all I could eat in France was salad and chips.
Yes, so I know.
I never really experienced French cuisine until your restaurants, really, because
good.
Yeah, despite loving France, I just accepted that when I was there I would eat.
Salad
and fries.
It's moving though. I mean, France is. I mean, there are a lot of companies like La Vie, for example, who are doing some amazing stuff. Yeah. I mean, to help people shifting and removing animals from places that we don't need animals, like charcuterie or sliced ham. We don't need need to kill a pig to have the deliciousness of a sliced ham, and La Vie is perfect for that.
I message them all the time, like, can you bring those sandwiches that you have in France here?
Oh yeah. But I tell you what, the sausage, the saucisson, La Vie, the small one. Oh my God, this is so delicious, and they sold out everywhere in UK all the time.
Yeah.
When I buy 4 packets,
Yeah.
I empty the shelves.
They messaged me on Instagram when I posted it and said, "Where did you find this? We can't find it." Supermarkets.
Yeah, absolutely.
Have you tried it yet?
No.
Oh no, you
That's
must try them.
good,
They are unbelievable.
Yeah.
I mean, they are so. I tell you, this. I mean, I'm French.
Yeah.
This with a slice of baguette and a glass of red wine. I mean, yeah. There isn't a better things on the planet,
Yeah.
I mean, you just cannot stop. It's addictive.
Yeah.
What would you say to people who say that going vegan means giving things up and missing out?
I will say not at all, obviously. I will say no, because as a chef, I think I'm very in position to tell you that the world of veganism is a brand new planet. There was things I started to eat that I would have never touched before because I turned vegan.
Yeah.
Some vegetables, some roots, some combination of spices, and also opening widening my horizon in terms of looking at what the world is eating as plant-based cuisine. And suddenly I realized that yes, not the entire world was cooking French cuisine, but trust me, the entire world is cooking plant-based cuisine. There isn't a place in the world where you cannot find like the most delicious plant-based recipe ever, whether it's South America, whether it's somewhere in Africa or Southeast Asia, or it's everywhere. And in India, my gosh, every 20 kilometers, there is a brand new repertoire of 100 different plant-based recipe. And this is, I think in my lifetime, I will not try all the delicious plant-based recipe around the world, but within a month you can try all the classic French cuisine recipe. So that just tells you the difference.
Yeah.
I don't know.
I've probably got this wrong, but I'm sure I read somewhere once it was something like there's 70,000 available like plant-based foods that you can eat, and 40,000 of them are readily available, but people stick to eating like the same 10 dead animals.
Yeah,
and,
yeah, absolutely.
That's really interesting.
Yeah. I think I've read about that too. Yeah, and it's just show you that we are being controlled, but the minute we try to be a little bit open and we look out, it's fascinating. And the flavor, since being vegan, I've had the chance to taste some flavor that I had never tasted before, just because I was like a classically trained French chef, and I was like totally in my tunnel, There was no opening, and now, wow! I mean, wow! I was recently in Tanzania, and just there. I mean, of course, I'm stupid to think that, but the influence they have had from, the East Africa and the coming from India and this melting pot created those recipes. They were so delicious. I mean, so delicious. Wow. I mean, sometimes I couldn't tell you what I was eating, but I know it was delicious. And there was no animals.
Yeah.
No animals. Of course, there was no animals. Animals is like, I don't know. They don't even think about it.
That's cool.
Yeah.
That's how I feel when I eat at your restaurants. I don't know what I'm eating, but I'm loving it. So you touched on earlier that you have on the back of your menu kind of a statement about veganism, which that's the first thing I noticed, because I think a lot of plant-based restaurants will shy away from taking a more activism stance.
Yes.
Why was that so important to you to have that across all your restaurants?
No, that's super important, and it's something we decided with all of my colleagues, whether in the kitchen or in the restaurant, because at the end of the day, we do it obviously because we want to have a successful business, but mainly we do it for the animals, and we carry this cross that we go and plant in the middle of the table every time. Someone comes and eat with us, and this little text that we change every season is a little bit of a reminder about our purpose. It's not just being a restaurant, not just cooking the most amazing food, there is also a message that, as you can see, it's working, it's possible. Tell your friends, it's the future,
Yeah,
And we like to remind them, we really do. We really do.
that's great.
Can you tell us more about the ingredients you use in your kitchen and how you've redefined what luxury means?
In terms of ingredients, obviously, the inspiration is seasonality and what's around us. So that's really the core ingredients we use to design our menu on a season basis. So let's say in winter, we'll have more complicated ingredients to transform into a sexy ingredients like salsify or, I don't know, parsnips or turnips, not the kind of ingredients you'll think. But we take the ingredient, we look at it, and then we say, okay, this ingredient is going to be the star of the dish. We are in 2026. We are in central London. What are people going to want? What kind of flavors we are going to add to it, how we are going to cook it. So for that, we use our traditional classical French gastronomic techniques to transform the ingredients, when it needs to be braised, when it needs to be cooked sous vide, or when it needs to be grilled or thinly sliced, blah, blah, blah. And then we add the flavor that we think is going to work with, and we bring flavor that are in seasons. So we are not going to bring something like, I don't know, summery in the middle of the winter. And then we create the dish, we taste it, we're happy, and we put it on the menu. So that's how we create something really special. And it becomes luxury when someone realizes that, oh my gosh, this is a carrot. And I did not think you could do something so delicious with a carrot, because I've been cooking carrot for the last 40 years and they always taste the same. But this carrot, and this is where we are chefs, this is where people come and pay what they pay to come and eat in our restaurants, because we bring the ingredients to its utmost, to its best.
Love it. For me, it's so basic, but my favourite thing in all your restaurants is the brioche.
Oh yes,
rolls.
I love it.
Whenever I go to Studio Gauthier, I get there and I say, Alexia, can I please order 4 of those to take home?
I know, it's impossible to resist.
They're so good.
I know. It's layered brioche kind of. It's in between a brioche and a croissant.
Yeah.
I know.
So when we had our Animal Aid event the day before I went to France, and I asked Alexia for some to take to travel, and I think she gave me 8 of them, and we were having them as croissants for like breakfast. We were having jam, vegan Nutella, just
very nice.
Very good. Okay, are you ready for a quick fire round?
Go ahead.
Okay, so your restaurants obviously focus on fine dining, but we'd love if you could give some tips to our viewers on how they can make veganism easy for them. So let's... So to make veganism easy, super simple. As I said, first use seasonal ingredients. Yeah.
And to be fair, if you walk into a Sainsbury's or a Tesco, the inspiration, the choice is immense.
Yeah.
Immense. Just take one, and then you're gonna go online and you're gonna find the best recipe. And if you ask for this, usually it's something that's gonna contrast. You need to think about the contrast, about one flavor. So if it's I don't know, parsnips, for example, it's gonna be a little bit bitter. So you are gonna pair it with something a little bit sweeter, like maybe coconut cream based sauce with some spices. It's just perfect because it balances out. So that would be the easiest. But every time I walk into supermarket, my gosh, my creativity just sparkles, because I see so many things I could do. Whether I can take a pineapple and mix it with with a carrot or with a red cabbage. I can do dishes non-stop.
Yeah, I love that.
Yeah,
would you have like a top 5 essential things that you would use?
Or in a kitchen?
Yeah.
Yeah, I mean, garlic.
Yep.
Ginger. Garlic, ginger. Onions, carrots, and leeks. With this, you've got the basis of the most unbelievable flavors. You got a bit of everything here. You got the little bit of spiciness, depth of flavor, sweetness, something very mineral, something very green. You got everything. And you can do basis for sauce. You can do, you can do everything. So that really is something that you should always have in the drawer of your fridge,
I never use leeks, do you?
No.
I should start using them.
Leek is so easy to use.
Yeah, I use it occasionally. We do the grubby ready meals, or
yes.
ready meals, but they're like cook at home, and they use leek a lot, and it's always good. But then I would never think to cook with it when I'm
leeks,
not. Yeah.
leeks is a star of my kitchen. It's everywhere.
Oh, okay.
It's everywhere. And to be fair, leek, I can think of leek as a starter. I can think of leek as a main course. I cannot think of leek as a pudding. But
maybe that's your next.
Yeah. But there is one thing that I love because, and this is classic French cuisine, is the starter as a warm leek in a mustard dressing. There isn't something better. I mean, yeah, but there are a few things better in life than that. But it's probably in the top 10. I mean, it's so delicious. The texture of the leek, perfectly cooked with a dressing made out of a mustard, maybe grain mustard, and a good olive oil, salt, pepper, good bread. You don't need anything else. This is pure bliss.
That sounds delicious.
I know, it's delicious. And it has to be warm, not hot, not cold. Warm.
Oh, okay.
Yes, a warm leek with the dressing that comes and melts over it. Oh, it's beautiful.
Like thinly sliced the leek?
No.
Just a whole.
You cut, you cut, you cut the leek in 10 centimeters long, and then you steam it or you boil it, and then when it's warm, you add your dressing, plenty of olive oil, and it's delicious.
Hungry.
And obviously, and guess what? Surprise, surprise. This is ultra good for you.
Yeah.
Yeah. I mean, this is, and I'm lucky because I get really excited to eat this. So, I love to have a leek as a starter.
Yeah.
And I know it's not everyone who gets excited by that, but and leek are not expensive.
No.
And if you do like a bouillon or soup, you need to add leeks. If you want to do a simple garnish with other ingredients like a carrot with chopped leeks, just slowly cooked, it's beautiful. It's beautiful. It's got this flavor that you can only find in leek. And it's so vegetal. It's beautiful. Yeah. So leek, number one ingredient.
Okay, good. Well, this might have answered the next question, but what is your go-to way to add umami without animal products? Is it leek?
No. The umami has to be the mushroom.
Oh, okay.
Yeah, and whether it's dry mushroom or fresh mushroom, I mean, all kinds of mushroom have so much umami. And if I am at home, for example, and I want to do something, something umami-ish, something that really like in winter, for example. I will always have the restaurant is not far from Chinatown.
Yeah.
And Chinatown's got very cheap packets of dry mushrooms. And you just take a handful of dry mushrooms, you put it in your bouillon or in something you cook, and then you let it infused. And the flavor are so powerful. And if you want, you can add a little bit of again, coconut cream to it. You let it reduced, and you've got this delicious umami, creamy flavor that goes well with everything.
Yeah.
A roasted carrot, a leek. A leek will be, oh my gosh, leek with a creamy sauce, with those dry mushrooms. It's unbelievable. But you can use button mushroom as well. It's beautiful.
I think last time I went to Studio Gauthier, I had a mushroom broth, and that that was part of the.
Yes, that's very umami. Yes,
that was really good.
Yeah, it's beautiful. I love it.
What are some quick and easy lunch ideas?
Lunch, quick lunch ideas. Wow, you take me on the spot. I mean, if I cook at home or if I cook at a restaurant?
Like someone can do at home themselves.
Oh, someone can do at home. A quick lunch. What will I do? Oh yes, I know what I do. I cut as many kind of vegetables, cubes or in roughly chopped, and then I do like a pilaf rice. So in a pan, I put my vegetable, olive oil, and then I add the rice, and then I add some spices, a little bit of bouillon. I put it to the minimum. I cover it. I let it for 12 minutes, and after that, it's ready. And it's just unbelievable.
That's something you can batch cook as well.
Yes, absolutely. Yes, of course.
Very helpful.
And I tell you what and there is one ingredient that I can't stop, and I have to stop sometimes. It's smoked tofu.
Oh, I love that.
And I tell you, do you know where the best smoked tofu you can find in this country?
Lidl.
Yes, exactly.
Yes.
Oh.
Yeah.
So it's you.
Yeah,
It's you who buy
me,
the
I'm
entire.
buying it all.
Already, oh my God. I can't believe I had to go to 2 Lidls, you know?
Yeah.
Because there is. So I try to go to an area where I think there is less vegan, you know?
It's me. I'm there.
I mean, the smoked tofu at Lidl,
Yeah.
first is the cheapest you can find, and it's got the best texture.
Yeah.
And it can really retain. I mean, it retains this texture when it's cooked. So you've got this beautiful silky and smokiness. So if you add that to this little rice dish you do for lunch,
Some good protein in there.
yes,
as well.
absolutely.
Yeah.
And this dish, the rice dish with vegetables and tofu, you can have it hot, but you can also have it as a salad, cold. And rice salads, the day after you have cooked it, it's beautiful, beautiful.
One of my favourite lunches, maybe you can tell me how to elevate it. It's just a baguette with hummus, little smoked tofu,
Yes.
and then a little bit of tamari.
Oh, very nice.
Yeah.
Yes.
Any way I could elevate that a bit more?
Maybe you can add something.
Leeks.
So maybe some slices of fermented. Maybe some. I don't.
Oh, like some kimchi. or
Yeah, maybe, but
something.
not the. What did I try? I mean, there is something that I really like to add. It's not the spicy kimchi. It's the yellow one, the one with.
Oh, I've not tried that.
Oh yeah, you can find it in Marks and Spencer,
Oh, okay. I'll have a look.
and it's part of the 3 for £8 deal, you know, with the
Oh,
olives
yeah.
and the. Sorry,
Nice. I like the 3
yeah,
for
yeah,
8.
just tell you, it's 1 for £4, or you can have 3 for £8.
Yeah.
And they've got this yellow kimchi, and it's not spicy. It's just there is the depth of flavor of is it tamarind? I think inside. Anyway, probably super good for you.
Okay, that sounds
And I will
nice.
add that because it will add some crunchiness.
Yeah.
Because the sandwich you tell me is a little bit soft.
Yeah. Okay, that sounds
It
nice.
needs a little bit of a crunchiness, yeah.
Okay, I'm on it.
Yeah.
Cool. Okay, and then final one in the quick round is what is a couple, maybe 2 or 3 plant-focused meal ideas that people could make at home after work?
You mean like a starter?
No, just like a
Main course?
I mean, if people are making starter, main dessert at home, that's impressive.
Yeah.
Yeah, just like a main course when they get home from work, they're
Yeah,
tired.
so there is something that there are 2 ingredients.
Yeah.
So maybe you can do many recipes with all of them. The first one is obviously aubergine. And I'm a big fan of aubergine. It's super easy to prepare. Aubergine cut into 2, olive oil, parchment paper in the oven, facing down, with salt, pepper, a little bit of soy sauce, plenty of oil. You leave it in the oven. After perhaps 15 minutes, 180 degrees, the aubergines are soft. Then you turn them around. They've got this beautiful golden brown glaze at the base. And then you add whatever you want on it. Whatever you want. Well, you can add some cubes of smoked tofu, for example. Some chopped leeks.
Yeah.
But you can also add some sun-dried tomatoes. You can add some just sauteed courgette, some rice, some whatever you think. You add it on the top, and you eat it like that. And the softness of the aubergine mixed with whatever is on the top of it, the depth of flavor of the soya sauce that has cooked with the olive oil and the aubergine in the oven, is divine. There is nothing. There is perhaps something better. Let me tell you what it is. The same process. You take 1 sweet potato.
Oh, okay.
A sweet potato you cut into 2. You put it face down on a tray, baking parchment, olive oil, in the oven. After perhaps a little bit longer, 25 minutes, 180 degrees, you turn it. It's golden brown because actually the sweet potato has caramelized a little bit. And you turn it, you put it on the plate. Skin is still on. And then you put whatever you want over it. Chopped salad, maize, what do you call a corn, tomato, whatever, rice, whatever. And then you go into it. And it's delicious. And this is not cooking. This is just putting things together.
Yeah.
It doesn't. You can't miss it because you can't overcook an aubergine or you can't overcook a sweet potato. You can undercook a sweet potato. That's the bad news. So make sure it's cooked all the way through. But the depth of flavor and is it good for you? Of course, it's good for you. This is cooking for the body, you know.
Yeah.
And it's delicious. The flavor is just unbelievable.
We've spoken about this before. I think I never know what to do with sweet potatoes because I always treat them like a white potato. But
No,
so, yeah.
no.
Okay.
Sweet potatoes, it's a miracle on the planet.
Okay.
It's like banana, or like potatoes, or aubergine, or courgette actually.
Yeah. Oh, I love courgette.
Yeah, me too. Yeah.
Okay, so final question. This is something we ask all of our guests, but we've never had a chef on before, so I'm excited to ask you. You have one meal to turn someone vegan. What are you feeding them? Starter, main, dessert.
Starter, main, dessert. Okay. So I think as the starter, I'm a chef, right?
Yes.
Okay.
Yeah, so you're you.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I will serve them our potato crepe with our own caviar and beurre blanc. Oh, this is something from another planet. It's like a pancake made out of potato puree. So it's got a little bit more, like strength than a normal pancake, and it's very soft. It's like a cushion, like a potato cushion that we pan fried, so it's golden brown. And then on top of it, you put a massive spoon of our own plant-based caviar, and we serve that with beurre blanc. And beurre blanc is a shallot vinegar white wine reduced with a little bit of plant cream and finished with butter. So it's super rich. This is like this. Nobody can resist this dish. You cannot. It's impossible. I've never heard someone say, "Oh no, I don't like that."
Yeah.
That will be the starter. The main course it will be the aubergine dish, but the aubergine dish, an aubergine dish with a umami broth. So plenty of soya sauce, dry mushrooms, and the aubergine cooked in the oven. Maybe with not leeks this time, spring onions, just sliced, mixed with shallots. And this is light, but yet it's, I don't know, there is a depth of flavor in aubergine when it's cooked that it's really particular, especially if it's a little bit grilled on the top. There's something about it.
Nice.
So that will be the main course. And as a pudding, I will have I will do our lemon tart, or caramelized lemon tart, because we do the most amazing shortbread as a base, and then we do this tender and soft lemon curd. It's tangy. It's not too sweet, but it's not too acidic. But because it's not too sweet, we put brown sugar over it, and then we burn it like a creme brulee. And then you got this crust over the lemon tart. So you break the crust, and you go into this soft lemon curd, and then the biscuit at the base, and this is like, wow.
I'm so hungry.
Yeah.
Sorry.
Lunchtime.
Yeah.
Amazing.
But this is,
I don't see how that
And
wouldn't
nobody
turn anyone.
everybody can turn vegan after that.
I agree.
Yeah.
Amazing. Well, thank you so much for
Well,
speaking
thank
to
you
us.
very much.
Where can people find you on social media, and most importantly, where can they enjoy your food?
So on social media, obviously on Instagram, Gauthier in Soho. This is where I put all the stories and recipes, and we are. This is the thing we do at Gauthier Soho. After each season, we published all of our recipes for free. For everybody to feel inspired, to play with it, to try them at home. And this, you can find it on our Substack.
Wow, okay.
So all the recipes, the previous menus are there for everybody to use. And obviously the restaurants, so Gauthier in Soho, which is the main gastronomic restaurant, and Studio Gauthier, where you have been, which is our... it's a bit like Gauthier Soho, except you don't have to take a tasting menu. You can have à la carte. And then our sushi restaurant, which is 123V at Brown's in Mayfair. It's a small restaurant, but with delicious plant-based sushi that are impossible to resist.
We can vouch for that.
Yeah.
Amazing. Thanks so much.
Thank you very much.
Thank you.
Thank you for
As always, thank you for joining us, and we hope you enjoyed the episode. Please share it with your friends to help us inspire kindness for animals. You can find us on Instagram and TikTok at animalaid_UK, on Facebook and YouTube at Animalaid, and on Blue Sky at animalaid.org.uk. See you next time.